Okay, so you want us to deep dive into this.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Chicken, chicken.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, when I first saw this, I thought maybe we were gonna be like, I don't know, trying to cook something. Like you sent me a recipe,
Yeah.
but a research paper.
I know, right?
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and you know what's so fascinating about this?
Yeah.
Is that it really does make
It
chicken.
sounds profound.
Really?
And I've read a lot of research papers.
I bet. So this is, for those of you joining us, this is a paper that's completely written using academic jargon.
Yes.
Except the jargon is all chicken.
Exactly.
But there is a method to this madness.
Yes.
And we're going to help you crack it.
We are gonna break it down.
Okay, good. Because I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I was laughing out loud reading some of this.
Really?
There's one part that goes, chicken, 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 chicken.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's great.
it's ridiculous.
It is, but it's ridiculous for a reason.
Okay.
Think about like all those times you've read something.
Like an academic paper
Yeah.
or even like a technical manual where
Right.
you just get lost in the jargon. You're like, what am I even reading?
Totally.
That's what he's trying to get at.
Okay.
But like in a way that makes you laugh.
So he's using humor to kind of like
Yeah.
critique academic writing.
Exactly. Satire,
Okay.
has such a long history of holding up a mirror to society
Right.
and kind of pointing out flaws.
Okay.
And I think he's trying to do something similar here,
Okay.
where it's like, okay, if I replace all of these meaningful terms
Uh-huh.
with just the word chicken,
Yeah.
how easy is it to make it sound
Right.
like scholarship or like actual knowledge?
So it's kind of like he's saying, if I can dress up this word chicken as a research paper,
Yeah.
then what does that say about how we use language and how we communicate?
Exactly. And he's challenging us to ask ourselves, are we really communicating effectively or are we just hiding?
Behind all of these fancy words.
Yeah.
And that's a question that we all deal with,
Right.
not just in academia.
Right.
But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does he
Take this idea of chicken and turn it into a research paper.
well, this is where I think it gets even more interesting
Right.
because it's not just like he just put chicken on every page and called it satire.
Yeah.
He really meticulously mimics
Okay.
the structures and conventions of academic writing.
Right.
And he uses that to kind of highlight how absurd it is.
Okay. I'm picturing like a graph right now
Yes.
where it's like chicken as the x-axis and chicken as the y-axis.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's just like a line going up or something.
He has charts and graphs
Does he really?
that are completely nonsensical.
Wow.
And it's like,
There's this whole thing in data visualization where it's like
yeah,
a chart is worth 1,000 words.
All right.
But it's like sometimes those words are just chicken, chicken, chicken.
totally.
And
Yeah,
so I think he's playing on that a little bit.
it's so true.
And then don't even get me started on the footnotes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Like the citations are amazing.
Right.
Give
me an example.
chicken,
Sure.
2024. Chicken. Journal of Chicken, 4-2. Chicken, chicken.
Oh
It's amazing.
my gosh.
But it's so true.
Yeah.
Like we've all read papers where it's just like,
Right.
I don't even know why this is cited.
Yeah.
It feels like they just wanted to have another line in their bibliography.
It's like that joke about citing Wikipedia.
Exactly.
Or wait, maybe that's not a joke.
Or is it a joke?
Right.
And I think that's really what he's getting at is like,
yeah.
are we using all of these tools?
For genuine scholarship?
Yeah.
Or are we just kind of playing this game of
Right.
academic dress up?
And it's not even just academia, right? Like this happens everywhere.
Oh, I know.
It's like we're stepping out of the coop for a second here.
But we're really talking about jargon,
Yeah.
which is everywhere.
It is everywhere.
I mean, you see it from boardrooms to,
I don't know.
oh, yeah.
Even our podcast descriptions sometimes, right?
It's true. And it's not always like a
Right.
bad thing. Like sometimes it is just shorthand
Right.
within a certain field.
Right. Like if we were talking about like,
I don't
Just
know,
what-
basketball would be like, what's a pick and roll?
yeah.
You know?
Or like in baseball.
Oh, right.
Like what's a balk?
Yeah, exactly. And everyone who plays baseball is like, right. Yeah, I know what that is.
But when we use it,
Right.
when we use that jargon
Yeah.
to like prevent people from understanding,
Right.
that's when it becomes a problem.
It's like that time I tried to explain quantum physics
Uh-huh.
after watching like one documentary.
Right.
And I was throwing around all these words
Like entanglement.
and superposition. And
Yeah.
everyone was just like,
Like, what are you talking about?
yeah, exactly.
But see, that's what Zonker's paper, I think,
Yeah.
does so brilliantly.
Yep.
Is it takes this like kind of niche critique
Uh-huh.
of academic writing.
Okay.
And it makes it like something we can all relate to
Okay.
because we've all been in that situation
Right.
where it's like
Yeah.
someone's using all this language.
And they're not communicating.
Right.
And so I think the big takeaway here
So what are we supposed to do?
is start replacing everything with chicken sounds.
Well, I think,
Buck, buck.
I mean, Zonker might appreciate that,
Right.
but,
Yeah.
I think the real takeaway here is mindfulness.
Okay.
Like just being mindful.
On how we're using language
Okay.
and like who we're speaking to.
Right. Yeah.
Choosing your words carefully.
And if you can explain something complex simply,
Right.
that's
true intelligence.
That's true intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that quote.
That's like if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. So maybe the next time.
That you're tempted to use a big word.
Yeah. Just picture that research paper that's just,
Filled with chickens.
yes.
And maybe that'll make you.
Choose clarity over obscurity.
Absolutely. I love that.
So
Yeah.
what have we learned today?
Life is too short
Life is too short.
for bad communication.
Bad communication.
That's it for today's deep dive into chicken, 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 chicken. And remember, sometimes the most absurd ideas.
Can lead to the most profound insights.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.